7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey there, guys and gals. Hey there, guys and gals. It's Mercury, the personality, and we are on the break room. Okay, we're on the break room / the Mr. Great show. Okay, this is what we're doing today. We're collabing. I'm collabing with Mr. Great. Hi, Mr. Great.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm Mercury.
How are you today?
I'm great.
Awesome.
Mr.
Duh. Great. Right?
Yes.
So, I need to know what is it that you do that's so great?
We try to do everything great. That's the standard we try to give ourselves. The Mr. Great has parts of different personalities. So into the character went a little bit of Mr. Trump, Make America Great Again. There is a personality on TV in the Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary,
Yes.
and he is called Mr. Wonderful. So that's a little bit of analogy there.
Okay.
There are couple of other characters that went like Mark Cuban. There are other people that I admire, and in order for me to become someone, I thought if I'll give myself a name, Mr. Great,
Right.
I would become great, and everything I do has to be great.
Okay.
So like you put a goal first. Like in the Bible, you have the word was first, and then you know the actual things happen.
Right.
As that. So that's my the logic behind this.
Okay.
So name it great. Like how you call the ship. That's how the ship will
run.
Will run.
That's right. I love that. And the ship that you're running is it's multifaceted, correct? We have models, we have product placement, we have calendars, we have
Posters.
and we're also doing some
Liquor.
wines and
We're doing
liquors, and we're also doing some health as far as waters
Health,
and juices as
yes.
well. So as far as you putting this all together, are you going to be using these models for the product placement?
That is correct.
Tell me about that whole, how this is going to work for them and you.
My background is business.
Okay.
And in order to produce something great, you need to have 7 steps, and you hit your audience with number of channels in order to make it great and sell. So you have to have like multiple brands in the different environments. Like Trump, he has water, he has airplane, he has health. He does it in multiple categories.
Okay.
In order to hit somewhere, that's how if you cannot manipulate Google, but you can, if you know the system how it works, and you can work on a number of angles. It's called cross-selling in the banking world.
Okay.
So the idea is to have so many channels that someone interested in the liquor, someone interested in the wine, someone interested. That's why we're doing the film festival. That's why we're doing the fine art exhibitions. That's why we do the charity gala. It's all those things together. They produce the
revenue.
It's a revenue, of course,
Right.
but it's what it makes great, because it's has all those grounds fundamentals. So one feeds off another.
Okay.
In order, most of like the show that we're trying to right now with the YouTube studios and with the Amazon videos and Hulu and Netflix is started as a friend of mine, David, who works for the Amazon for a long time.
Okay.
When I pitched him first to do a TV show, reality TV show on my calendars, he said, that's a little bit sexist and let's leave it away. But what I like about you, that you come up with the funny and unusual ideas, like underpants.
Like the Den, right?
The Den show.
The Bear Den.
Bear Den. But that's not that exotic, but some of my ideas are very cross-culture and different, and
Okay.
people get offended sometimes by them initially.
I can relate.
And then once it grows on them, and when it's becomes success, and when the money rolls, then they see the bigger picture where we're going with this.
Okay.
So we decide to do a TV show about different products and businesses that I do, and how the business starts, how the business progresses, and why it's money, and what's the next business moves.
So your main angle is to actually teach these models at the same time. Like you're actually developing models at the same time
Yes.
as you're pushing them out there to end up becoming bigger and better,
There are
models
different
and
There are different
like
angles.
and brand ambassadors as well.
Exactly.
Like I'm hearing brand ambassador, I'm
Yes.
hearing modeling, I'm hearing like I said earlier, product placement.
We do a lot of modeling business, like as an agency. We place them in different ads and advertisement. We help them to build their portfolio. We help them to learn to be on stage. We help them with the makeup and hair. We help them to build their own brands, their own liquor, their own perfume, their own line. So to build their own brand stronger. There are different aspects. One of the aspects, let's say, we even have a dating, like a marriage kind of services. In that sense, in my last calendar, 3 out of 12 models got married because of us.
Oh.
So we had on one of the shoots, true story is me and my wife walked on the beach, Brighton Beach, and we see a beautiful girl laying on the beach. So we started talking to her. We figured out that she just came off the boat for 2 weeks in the country. She had no money for the hotel, for rooms, so that's why she slept physically on the beach.
Oh my God.
So because she was so pretty, we invite her for the photo shoot with us. And on that day, my kids get sick, so my wife couldn't help me. So I had to ask a friend of mine, who's happened to be a really wealthy guy, a friend of mine, to hold a reflector for me, because he's so wealthy, I don't have to pay him. And he likes beautiful ladies.
Of course, who doesn't?
So he came in and hold a reflector, and they fall in love. He happened to quit. He's way older. He's like 60 something. She's like 20 something. So he left his wife.
Sugardaddies.com. Okay.
He left his wife. He left his kids. They are.
What? Oh my God! This is like.
He married the girl.
It's like a Lifetime movie.
So I feel a little bit guilty about that I kind of helped to break the family, but he was a little bit of a lady man before that, so it's I'm not the one.
I kind of want to tie this in because you're saying a lot, but
to finish the story's quick ending. I did the wedding photography for them.
Okay.
I did their daughter photography, and pretty much on every event, their birthday stuff, they hired me as a photographer and filmmaker. And when we had one of the shoots in the restaurant, and for their wedding, and the restaurant owner thought I'm not a great photographer, so he said, you know what, I have my own staff photographer who will do great pictures. You don't need Mr. Great. He's just saying he's great.
Right.
So what the girl said, listen, he introduced me to my husband. He did my pictures, so he produced me as a model. Because of him, I'm so powerful and strong now as a model. I love his pictures. Food, I can go to another restaurant. Food people would not remember, but the pictures from my wedding are the most important thing for me. So I'd rather keep Alex as my photographer and do the wedding in a different venue, but I would not quit my photographer. And when she said it to him, he shut up, and he gave me green light.
Right.
He they had almost $2 million insurance request on the place, and I had only $1 million in coverage.
Right.
So he was okay with that, and he was from that moment, I understand that he was on board.
Okay. I wanted to, I wasn't trying to, interrupt you, but I wanted to kind of, tie this in. I wanted to make it succinct so everybody knows, because we're like going around and around, and I don't want to confuse our audience. So I want to kind of slow it down a little bit, and then you start from the posters and calendars. Let me know what you're actually trying to do with the posters and the calendars, and then we'll go into the liquors and the waters and the fragrance.
So let's talk about the posters and the calendar piece. I'm a fisherman, and I love fishing, and I invented a couple of fishing tackles. And at that point, no one knew how to use my fishing tackle, my fishing bait glue. So I figured out if I bring beautiful girls who will fish using my fishing tackle and jump, and people will look at the gills naturally, and then they will buy and learn about my fishing tackle.
Okay.
And I will do, my wife and me would take some pictures of the gills. So my son, my younger son was very young, so we brought one model at a time on the weekend when we go fishing, and we took some pictures.
And how'd that work out?
And I thought that I will give out those calendars for free. Then when we sell the first 1,000, 5,000, the calendars start to sell, and we realize it's money.
So how did that work out?
It's worked out great. Models getting paid, as you can see, on February 14th, the Valentine Day. That's when we issue the royalties.
Right.
It's pretty transparent system because when you have, let's say, bank account.
Right.
If you have in a bank account, let's say let's say $10,000, you cannot pretend. You cannot Photoshop that. You cannot say that you have 50, 100,000 or you have $5.
Right.
So I opened my books and my Amazon and Hulu and Netflix and all the stores sales, and I show that's exactly how many we print. And that's exactly how many sold.
Okay.
We cannot pretend it's more or less.
Right.
It's exactly what it is. Okay.
So how are the models feeling about this process? Are they, is it like something that they're jumping at the bit to?
No, absolutely.
They're not jumping at it? They don't want to do it?
No. So the way we do the process, initially we start paying, let's say, $200, $300, $500 shoot. And I had a line of girls who wants to do this. Initially, I didn't have any models, so I had to join Model Mayhem. I had to pay my dues to the show. So now I have 10,000 models.
Yeah, that's
in my
what I'm trying to say. They're jumping at the bit. They want to do this. No.
The way it is as of right now, it's basically we do not offer cash compensation up front. The way we offer it now, because when we used to offer cash compensation, the girls sit on their phone, they would waste time, they would try to
You're teaching
stay longer.
them the work.
So they would just want their money, but they would not interested in end results. So I was on one boat and they were on different boats. So our interests not aligned.
Right. So the way you align.
The way we align the interests, we give the models a package of 7 parts. We give them images right after the set, like from all the photographers. We give them a video from the set. We shoot also a couple of video cameras during the process. We give them 10 free copies of the calendar that they can, assign and sell on their own or keep, give it away for their friends. We give them royalties from the video sales, from the photography sales. We give them introductions. We have the full package, but many models in this world
so they basically have to do
that moment.
So they have to basically do the work. You end up.
If it doesn't sell,
then
they get basically, other than pictures, they get nothing.
Right.
So
they have to put the work in.
Exactly.
Which means is like you're actually teaching them that
this is work. Partners. If the way I look at it, I put money in the print, I put money in the advertising, I put marketing as a photographer, my time and effort and editing and all that stuff. And if it doesn't sell, I lose all that. So for me to minimize my upfront expenses, I don't pay because I would shoot 30, maybe 60 models to pick 12 or 13 that I want for the calendar.
So after that, after you guys have already picked the models and you do what you have to do, are you going to then tell them, hey, we're going to take these photos and we're going to put them on, the liquor and the water and all those other things?
That's also a possibility. So the way it's in the contract written is, images could be used in a number of aspects. If I would do the same. If I produce an amazing image and I can use it as a poster, as a fine art, as or the magazines, or because the product placement, the people who do the swimwear, people who do the jewelry want to use it. There are other streams of revenue other than calendars and posters.
Right.
So there are other ways to use the same
brand
image.
ambassadors and everything.
So once all the work is input, the lights and location, the permits and the makeup and hair, we use the same image over and over, and we shoot. Let's say we go for fishing, and then I give the gun, and then we do the boxing and soccer in the different countries. So in one shoot, we end up shooting with one model, maybe 20, 30 different calendars, different ideas. So that way, on a set, we have at least something works. Maybe the billiard doesn't sell, but the guns will sell. Maybe we diversify.
Okay, so just to wrap it up a little bit, because we've discussed a lot. I do want to discuss the bear den, because now after we've got the models. We're working with them. We're developing them. We're getting them to where they want to be, as far as, who they are, their brand, and, getting the posters and the calendars and things of that nature. Why is he talking while I'm talking? Like, I can't hear that.
Keep talking.
Akanel, it's a little bit
It's a little
distracting.
bit distracting. Well, turn it down on your end so I don't hear him.
He was talking.
I know, but I can hear him through your thing.
She's losing her train of thought.
He shouldn't even be talking.
There's no control out there to do that.
Let's go back to the beer
I
den.
am. I'm just going to wait for him to stop
Yeah.
talking.
Just
I know. I'm going to wait for you to stop. What did you not hear?
she needs her concentration. She's putting together things. Just
First of all, I'm improving, so I'm going to need not to hear other people talking because I'm improving. I don't have anything in front of me, so I need to create. That's why we say quiet on the set, so we could create. So, the den.
ready?
No.
Just keep rolling.
And we're still rolling, right?
Yeah, he's still rolling.
Okay.
Smile, breathe. Okay. Beer den.
Okay, welcome back to the break room, guys, and the Mr. Great Show. All right, so I'm here with Alex, and he's like the brainstorming, idea cranking CEO, owner of everything, and the developer of great, beautiful models that are doing wonderful things in the entertainment business. So there's a second part. Why is the camera now on me?
It is on you.
No, it wasn't. I could see the red. So anyway, one more time.
Breathe.
Welcome back, guys and gals, to the break room. This is Mercury, the personality, and of course, the Mr. Great Show, okay? We're doing a two-parter, yay! So guys, we have been talking about product placement, we've been talking about brand ambassador, we've been talking about developing the models, and we already have our guy, the CEO, the founder, the businessman, the idea cranker, Alex Mr. Great, aka Mr. Great, with us on the couch. So we're pretty much going to be discussing the bear den, okay? We took a little slight break, and we're back talking about the bear den. So tell us, this is like something really, really good. It's like a new idea that's never been heard of. Tell me about the bear den.
Well, it has a precedence. Everything. It's very difficult to start something brand new.
Right.
So there is a very popular show called Shark Tank
Right.
with Mr. Wonderful on TV, and we decided that we want to have our own show in a similar pattern in Brooklyn and done at the Brick.
Right.
So the idea is to be distinct and different.
Right.
So the distinction between those two shows is that in the Shark Tank, there is money involved. There is a finance part and actual money being given.
Right.
In the public access TV, we cannot use money on the segment here. And it cannot be paid. It has to be public access process. So what we decide to do, we'll have...
Like a barter system, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
The producers, the people who have experience, knowledge, connections, will use that as their bargaining chips. And the talent, people who come with the ideas, they want to become a model, they want to become a painter, they want to become someone. They need those connections. They need this experience. They need someone to produce them, to promote them, to be their agent, to be their dealer, to be their gallery or like a
Right. I know what you mean, a curator.
a curator. So so this is the process. That's why we have two couches.
Right.
We'll have on one couches the people like experts like you.
Okay.
On the other couch we'll have models and we'll have new talent.
Okay.
The talent first pitch the idea to the established professionals. If the established professionals see the value in the talent and they want to help them,
They will pitch there.
they will pitch back to them.
Right.
And hopefully they will have some
Nice match.
synergy match, and that's where the negotiation parts come in.
Right.
And there are a couple of limitations. We want to have the business to be Brooklyn-based.
Right.
So if, let's say, you are living in Long Island or Toronto or somewhere else, you will have to sign that within, let's say, a year, you would try to open the branch here in Brooklyn. So
Right.
the Brooklyn, because we're publishing this on Brooklyn TV, so Brooklyn has to gain something. We have
Right.
priority seating for the local for residents of the borough.
Right.
That's one limitation. Second, it cannot be anything derogative.
Right.
So we're not gonna,
Derogatory, no. Okay, so nothing that's gonna like hurt anybody, kill anybody, disrespect anybody. We are not gonna be doing that. Okay, no cursing, no thank you. All right, and no harm to children
yes. Other than this,
or animals.
yes, we want positive energy, and we'll have hopefully great deals, and we will have follow-ups. Hopefully those relationships will get built, and off the set maybe they get invested and they're funded, and we'll have the future. The idea is that the show would be noticed first on public access TV, and maybe we can go to the HBO and Hulu and Netflix and more commercial channels and produce that show there. So that's the future.
So I wanted to ask, probably it's probably off subject or whatever, but still on subject. How long have you been like cranking out ideas? Like, because we're mature individuals, so I'm quite sure that like in your teens you were doing this as well, and I'm fascinated to know that about you.
Okay.
Like,
So a little bit a story about me. My grandfather, Nathan Feldman, was one of the first photographers ever in 1910 in Palestine, Israel. And he worked with the Rothschild family to build the Jewish settlements there. And he became one of the first photographers ever when the photography business just established in Russia.
so those pictures of the Rothschilds, he possibly...
Yes, we have pictures of him and Rothschild from 1910. So like before the revolution. So he came he was a famous Kohen rabbi, and he came to Russia, and he established himself as a very famous photographer. One of the first photographers he did the Potemkin. If you saw the Potemkin stairs, he was in Einstein's. He was working on those films.
Oh my God, that is
so
amazing.
my grandfather, who married his daughter, Gary Gurman, was the director of the Odessa in Ukraine of the circus, and he was the first, basically, the major impresario for former Soviet Union for 50 years. So all the famous Barney Brothers, all the circus, all the theater that came, very limited, came to former Soviet Union from overseas. He was from Europe. He was the one doing so. I grew up basically.
Did you grow up here, or did you grow up
in Ukraine?
Okay,
but. I have that in the family. So my mother is a famous musician. She travels all over the world with her husband. He's a composer and producer.
Okay.
So my father is the academician, like a professor in the university. So I had a lot of theater people from the theater, from the
so you had
interesting
you got it
people
honest.
in my family.
You got it honest. You got your talents honestly. That's what we call. When we say you got it honest, it means that it passed down through your lineage.
So I
so
saw
that's beautiful.
Like entrepreneurship, and my grandfather on the other side owned a lot of businesses. So I kind of grew up with
and you incorporated it all.
So when I came like 20 years here to the United States, I started doing my own thing, and I quickly made some money. So once the money is not issue, you basically get bored, and that's what happened to me.
Okay.
I have my family, I have my wife, but I'm pretty, kind of. I don't want to retire. I'm still young,
right?
So I want to do something good, and something interesting to get me entertained.
Right.
So
and this is very entertaining, Mr. Gray. The things that you're coming up with are very entertaining, if I must say. I don't want to interrupt you again. but I have to let the audience know that this guy is like very entertaining. The things that are going to be coming your way, just sit tight, okay? But how do we stay in contact with you? Like, how do we find you?
My phone number is
so the models can
917-825-8225.
Oh, you're giving out numbers.
My I have lots of websites, and like if you look at I have lots of
just the main
pages.
one. I just want to know
Alexander at alexgurman.com.
Yes, that's the one I want, because I want to know how the models, the up and coming models, or anybody that wants to be a brand ambassador, that wants to do something, that wants to pitch for your the Bear,
each business is
Bear Den show.
Bear Den. So it's on Facebook. It's Bear TV Show. So if they people look at on the
But
Facebook,
could they just go to your website and then send a submission, email somehow?
I have 600 different websites that I own. So each, let's say, I do the hunting calendar for the guys who hunt, and I do some stuff for the dogs and cats. People from PETA really hate the hunting, and people from so I separate those things.
Okay,
so it's everything has its own
so guys,
partners and teams. So we don't want to put everything.
This is how it's gonna go. If you want to get down with the modeling for the calendars and make sure to go to the website.
So the modeling, it's a great fashion model on Facebook. Great fashion model. That's one of the. I have lots of different pages for different pageants and different productions. So you can see Mr. Great Show, Fashion Week model. So we produce a number of pageants, and each pageant has its own system. So they are not all equal and the same. They have their own merits.
So can they go to your personal Facebook page and then get to see those things?
Absolutely
or no?
not.
Okay.
My personal Facebook page has nothing to do with none of that stuff. So
on the website, on your website, does it have all of those Facebooks so that they can be able to click which one?
Each one, they're not linked pretty much together. Only the ones that are in conjunction. Let's say Ebony Girl Calendar, Hispanic. So the things that are related to each other,
the calendar.
They have their own connection. But other stuff that like fishing or like other interests of mine, like I have a dog business.
Those are all on the website as well, and they can click.
They are separate, so they are not connected to each other.
Right, but are they on the website to be able for these people to click?
Corresponding, let's say, the groomingbook.com is about grooming.
Okay.
My eBay Amazon business is separately from that. My fish.
I don't know if you're understanding my question.
Say it again.
Is all of this on the website?
Each one has its own website.
Oh, each one has it. So what is the...
I have 600 different websites that I have.
But we're not going to be able to say 600. So what I'm trying to say is, which one should the models contact? That's what I really want, because this is what we're trying to do, get the models in. So how are the models going to get to you?
Okay, they can go to the Facebook page, Great Fashion Model, and contact me there.
So anybody
Let's
that
say
wants
Russian
to get in...
models who wants to do the Russian model competition can go to the RussianModelCompetition.com and register and compete there.
Okay.
Let's say if the girls wants to participate in Ebony Girl Calendar, they go to Ebony Girl Calendar and participate there. So touch there. So if they want to go to the sport like fitness, boxing, or soccer, or baseball, each sports, hockey. Each one has its own page. Each one has its own people. I have Bicycle Girl Calendar. People, if you go Bicycle Girl Calendar, you deal with this one. So each one has its own page.
Okay, page meaning Facebook page.
Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. All the media relates to this particular brand.
Right, but no website just basically has all of these links.
No.
None. Okay. So you guys, listen, I hope I helped you out, okay? Because I'm confused, all right? But I hope I helped you out. And we're going to, because, look, I'm just trying to make it one-stop shop, because we're like quick people, you know what I mean?
One-stop shop would be the Great Fashion Model. That's the most popular right now. Just go to that one.
Bing! This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's like Mercury is in retrograde, so maybe the communication's a little off. But that's what I was trying to say, guys. So we got it.
If they want to see the shows from the pageants and from the shows, they can go to the YouTube channel, Alexander Gurman on YouTube, and they can see all the shows there.
Okay.
That could be also, and a lot of interviews, a lot of work is there.
Okay.
I have over 3,000 videos there.
Oh my God, this guy has so much. He's doing everything. So show us the bottle and tell us about
this
how.
Is one of our
and tell
models,
us about.
And this is one of the producers, Rob, and this is our model, Stephanie. So this is basically.
Everybody get a close up of that.
So
we can't get a close up, can we?
Which
I don't know.
camera? I'm doing this camera,
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna do the robot. Can you do the?
Oh, robot.
Yeah, the robot camera. Can you?
Okay. So the way it works, we
Can you get a shot of the bottle with the robot camera, please?
yes.
Yeah, but can you get
With the robot camera. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Hold it up a little bit more. Excellent. Yes.
So-
So
The models who wants to have their own liquor,
okay, great. So now you can cut to the next frame. You know, camera. I'm about to talk. Oh my God. All right. So so we saw the bottle, guys and gals, and so you said that each model
we
and
have-
the producer that was connected to the shot, you know, to the photo shoot,
yes.
is going to be connected to the
So
bottle.
when you go to our event in this summer, we have a lot of events almost every week. We're gonna have a fashion show. We're gonna have photo shoot. We're gonna have parties. The only liquor would be available
Is
would
the
be
model
the liquor that we make own.
That's
So
right.
if you want to have tequila, you have to drink Giselle.
Right.
If you want to have red wine, you will drink Elisa.
Right.
So all those
I love that.
are the brands that we are creating for the summer. So when you go to the bar, that you're not gonna have Jack Daniel. You're not gonna have the.
You're gonna say, "Give me a Lisa on the rocks
Yes.
and make it stat." Okay, shake and not stir. Give me a Giselle. Oh no, Lisa is not on the rocks because that's wine. That's red wine. Giselle on the rocks. I need me a Giselle on the rocks. Let me get that. Ah, there we go. I'm
Yes.
loving it. I'm loving it.
And the more we sell of
Can you tell us how you came up with that? You came up with that in a very interesting way. Tell us about how you came up with the names and things of that nature.
One of the things that our events have a purpose. We have a kind of mission, perception. So we fight with prejudices and we fight with chauvinistic looks. And one thing I noticed that most of the drinks have male names, Jack, Daniel, all those men names. And I thought that's a little bit chauvinistic, that we need to have some ladies' names. I happen to have beautiful, very interesting ladies on my crew as models, and I thought, how about we give them some voice? We
Isn't
give
that
them,
a great idea? Oh my God!
So how they can have the income and
And I think that'll make people really go hard to be sellers in a sense, because now it's your face on it. So it's like
we go
you
to
really
the
want
wineries,
to make it happen.
We do wine tasting. The girl gets to choose what's the taste has to go in the bottle.
Right.
We package. The girl gets to choose which image goes in the
So
bottle.
she's really involved. You guys are going to be really involved.
And we improving as we go. We can improve the taste. We can improve the images. So it's basically her picture, her work, and her modeling. The more, let's say today she's not that known.
You
tomorrow
are really
she is
empowering
known.
women. I
So
love that.
the more she sells on those events, the more people come to see that particular girl to buy that drink. The more
Right.
she makes money. So
Right.
that has direct correlation to her earnings.
That's right.
So that gives me opportunity to earn a living, but she
And her
also
habit-
has the. So
Exactly.
it's not like you go to the show, you get here's like $50, $100, and
Right.
you're done.
Right.
That way she knows that okay, I come there. The more people come to see me, the more they buy the cases of this wine, the more I make the money.
That's
the
right.
So she's involved
She's
in the
more
process.
invested. She's more, eager to make this happen. This is a great thing. Also, I wanted to know, because we were talking about not only liquor and water and other health,
Same.
we're also talking about fragrances.
Yes,
So they're
perfect.
going to be actually doing the same thing. They're going to be able to pick the scents, but
Yes.
the scents are for...
The parental parents. So the way we think is a lot of perfume have sexual connotation from guy to girl to attract opposite sex.
Yes, 'cause
Me
we
as
do
a
need
parent, my wife loves me. And my kids loves me too. But I really, when I come home, I want my son to hug me. I want my daughter to hug me. And my wife the same. So we are really kid centric. So a lot of models happen to have kids, and sometimes they married, sometimes they divorced. We thought that it's important to make a perfume for the parents to be able to relate to the children of
Awesome.
different ages, boys, girls, like more friendly, more homey, a smell that reminds them of their good time in the family. And we think that this is something that we want to produce. So it's nowadays to making your own perfume is not that difficult. So custom-made perfume is becoming a big industry.
Right, it is.
Those fragrances that we create together with models, again, we package it, we do the label, we do the box. So when you go to the show and you want to buy one of the distributions for the fragrances, not only Amazon, eBay, and all those other like our magazine stores, sales online and in the real world, brick and mortar, but it's also our show. So you can actually, if you want to bring something memorable from the show, you can buy the fragrance. You
Exactly.
our bottles on pedestal, like very famous and beautiful. Maybe you're not allowed to come too close to smell them, but my people who buy tickets, they ask, I want to smell that girl. I want to be next to her.
Right.
So I cannot allow them to physically be close to them, but I can say, now you can have this. This is the fragrance that you can buy.
And then they can get
That's
the picture.
approved.
Excuse me, they can get the poster. They can get the calendar. Now you can get the liquor, you can get the water if you're a health nut, and you also can get the fragrance. So you guys can always be connected to our models. I think this is a great idea, Mr. Great.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Great with the great ideas. And I think you're just you're empowering women, you're building their esteem, you're helping them learn business, and we applaud you. We're very, 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 very grateful to have you, on the show explaining all of your great ideas and all of the things that you're doing, and I'm looking forward to much, much more. So, any last words? Do you have any advice for anyone that's, in the same position that you are?
When you see the next segment of today's show, you will see my new collection of wedding gowns and the dresses. And in a few weeks, we're coming up with our new jeans design. So the girls will have their own fits. And so if you like one of the models and you like the fit, you can buy the custom-made jeans that been designed again with so it's all custom-made work with this particular lady. So it's a full kind of package, everything that's relates to this particular model. So when we produce a model, we're not like what the traditional agencies, they give you a post-composition card, they call, we actually help the girl to build her own.
You're doing the whole, from development all the way out.
She has the full brand behind her.
Right.
And that can tell the agency how popular this particular girl, what's the Instagram numbers, what's the her social media, what's her popularity. If she's that popular and those perfumes and those liquors flying off the shelves, maybe you should sign that girl and you should use her in your own advertisement. That's one of the ways to measure how important that model is in the industry.
So lastly, some advice for anyone that's in the position that you are, or any advice that you have for models that are, up and coming. Do you have any, last words for them?
Be brave, be careful. There is a lot of crazy folks in the industry. Choose who you choose to work with. Just do your homework, research people, be safe. Maybe you can come. We have Women in Force fashion show next month coming in. We're doing this in conjunction with the FBI. We're doing this with all the police department, with the firefighter department. So you can come and meet all the secret agents from the city of New York.
Okay.
You will have the mayor, the borough president. So I think it's a very important event that we're producing. So in this event, you can actually build personal connections with the people in the enforcement
Yeah, you
agencies.
could probably find yourself a bodyguard that's going to be working
So that-
moonlighting hours, you know?
People think that modeling business is shady and troubling, and there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So we
Oh,
want,
there are some things, but we don't have. We're not involved in those things.
we want to help the girls to feel stronger, safe, and bring more legitimacy and
In
you know,
the entertainment
you know,
business, yes.
in the business. So
Wonderful.
those connections, I think, is important. With the we will have citations for our producers at this event given by the borough president. So that's an important piece when you can come in and actually meet all those agents. That might help you, like you said, have a bodyguard and have this phone number in case something going on the set and they close the door and they try to undress you or do something. You can make that call, and some squad from New York police will come over and rescue you.
Right. So you heard it here first, guys. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back with our models. Then I say that I wanted Giselle on the rocks, okay? And that, let me just get some, let me get some Lisa. That's red wine, guys. Let me get some Lisa, all right? But anyway, that's coming up next, okay? So you guys, you sit tight, go get your snacks, get your drinks, and then come right back, okay? Don't go anywhere, but come right back, though, because we'll be right back.
Cut. Nice. You're so good.
Thank you. So,
So you want to do two
Yes.
of them together or one by one? How many mics we have?
we have...
Let's do one.
Let's do it one at a time. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I want to powder my nose. I mean, like, literally. And not in the drug way, but,
What did you do to yourself?
I didn't do anything. I actually fixed myself.
Oh, okay.
Because my toe, my grandmother gave me bunions, so that wasn't happening anymore. Pleasure to see you.
Here's what's gonna happen.
So that wasn't happening anymore.
Anything since morning, so I'm gonna go eat a couple of eggs.
And my arch,
You guys
so
go
fixed.
and start.
I'll go powder.
We're gonna powder and then we're gonna start.
Okay. And then you most do the first interview with Mercury.
Yes.
And then once I eat, I will come back and help out.
Okay.
Now I can be in the back room or here.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So we're gonna. Oh shit! Nobody's here for me. Akinele. Now I can't never forget your name because we had our moment. We had a moment. So now I know you for the rest of my life now.